Hi, this is Danny with Daniken Aquatics, and I'm bringing to you today our number one of the top 100 countdown for Daniken Aquatics Fish House. I am bringing to you the Orinoco Altum Angels. Reason I chose these particular fish for number one, they're not as colorful as some of the fish that we have, but they're so graceful and so they have just a beauty all to themselves. Those long draping flowing front pectoral fins, they're just amazing. And their fins literally, if you could see all the little teeny tiny hairs like on the bottom fins, let me see if I can you see that against that white sand down there? Isn't that pretty? And so from bottom of that fin to the top of the fin, at full size when they're full grown, can reach about 15 inches. Now these are Pterophyllum altums. They're one of three kinds of angelfish, or freshwater angelfish, and this is the largest of its kind. Now these ones I was told actually came from the Rio Orinoco, but we don't know what country they came from, whether it was Brazil, Venezuela. The parents were imported in, and my friend John was able to get them to breed, which is not commonly done in the United States, but these guys are just stunning. Now a lot of the Altum Angels have red spangling or spots on their shoulders, and this particular species, I don't know if you can see it super well, has blue. They get like a light blue sheen in their upper right or their upper shoulder. And sometimes you can see it with the way the light hits it, and sometimes not. And their striping kind of fades in and out depending on their mood and their behavior and what they're up to. So they really change actually fairly quickly from dark black stripes to this almost silvery stripe. And they have a really pretty sheen to their bodies. Now I don't know why it's looking so like it's all stirred up in here. It's just crazy. I don't know what's going on. Another thing I really like is those really long rays from the fins, their back tail fin. Those are super pretty. Now these fish come from soft acidic water, but I'm actually keeping these particular angelfish in 7.4 hardness, or I mean pH, sorry. Now these guys are omnivores. They'll pretty much eat most anything that we give them. They eat brine, love brine. I think that's their favorite thing to eat. I give them bug bites. They love those. I give them bloodworms. I don't give them too many, but I do give them a little bit of bloodworms almost daily. Just a couple of sprinkles of them. And then I use the frozen bloodworms that I thaw out. Now, in their natural habitat, Geophagus, Apistos, and Discus all inhabit the same waters. So these are kind of natural companions in the tank. Although I have found that some discus and angelfish do not get along. So, you know, it's up to you. Just keep an eye on them if you choose to put them together. These guys will also eat like flakes and small pellets. So they pretty much eat anything that I try to give to them. And on the Orinoco, or I mean not Orinoco, but on this particular type of angelfish, the Terraphyllum altums, their scales are much smaller than on the other two types of angelfish. And one thing that actually makes me super crack up about these guys is, oh, there's a good shot. The little snooty nose. Look, their noses are all turned up in the air like they're too good for us. And it just makes me kind of laugh because it makes them look stuck up. And they have so much personality. When I come in the room, they all run to the front of the tank. They want to be fed. They're super personable. Now, because these were tank raised and not wild, they're less skittish than the wild Altum. So that's nice. That makes a big difference because I've had the wild angelfish, and if you walk too fast or do anything, they can spaz out, and then they hit the side of the tank, and sometimes they knock themselves silly or even kill themselves. So it's really, really nice to get these tank bred when you can. I highly recommend it. And don't ever put these guys in with fin nipping fish, because those long, beautiful pectoral fins will just get chomped right off. And that wouldn't be very nice. It'd be pretty awful. Now, the minimum tank size that you should have for these guys when they get old adult is 150 gallons. That'd be the minimum. But you want to kind of think of about probably 11 gallons per fish. Now, I have 14 of these little guys in here, and I do plan on putting them in a 300. As soon as I get my 300 set up, that's where these guys are going. It's just taken me a lot longer to get that 300 than I had anticipated. Now, these guys live like 5 to 8 years, maybe longer. If you keep them at really high water temps, their lifespan will be shorter because that increases their metabolism and their lives will be less long. And that's pretty much the same with all the fish that I know of. And if you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, comment. I know that this might have been a disappointment for some of you. This might have been, oh yay, yeah, it was the Altum Angels. So, no matter how you feel about it, these are our number one. I know Kenny's number one is, you know, his, I don't know, Maribaro or whatever they're called now. What he used to call the bleaker eye. But these really are my number one, and they sit right next to me in the tank, next to my desk in the office. And I'm going to be really sad when these guys go into the 300 because they're not going to be able to be in my office anymore. So that's going to be a super sad day for me. But anyway, here's number one from the top 100 countdown. Please enjoy your day. And remember, always love your fish. Bye-bye for now.